The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I am your host, Darrell Martin, and checking out some things that are going on today. If you have any questions, make sure to give me a call. You can reach me at 1-877-927-6648. Again, that's 1-877-927-6648 for any questions you got about futures, forex, stock options, binaries, and spreads. All right, let's go ahead and check out where the market is right now. We got the S&P up 12 points. We got the Nasdaq up 33. The Dow is up 88. So after the massive fall, it's all trying to climb its way back up. We'll see where it ends up at the end. And right now we got gold right now is down a few points. We got copper. It's pretty flat on the day. Silver down. Actually, silver up about 0.5% right now. And we have corn down 9 points. That's over a 1% move on corn. Soybeans is flat at the moment. Oil is up over 0.5% of 67 cents now right now from yesterday's close. So that's a $670 value on just one contract. We got natural gas. It is up, looks really small, 0.041, right? But that's over a 1% move. And so natural gas up over 1%. And not a big surprise, natural gas is usually moving 1 to 4% a day. Euro dollar is up 68 pips. Pound dollar down 111. Aussie dollar down at 27, U.S. yen up 87, U.S. Canadian down 17, U.S. franc down 2, and that puts the dollar index at negative territory right there against most currency pairs. And let's go ahead and check out our fundamentals. Basically, what are the government announcements, what has been coming out, and where does that, basically put everything. And so I'm going to pull them up for you, pull up last night, pull up today. We'll go through a little bit of the market action on that. And let me see here, pull up a chart for you, and we'll get it going. All right, so right over here, let me change this up, get that going. And we had a few announcements come out last night, right on the Aussie dollar, because the cash rate, RBA rate statement came out. And this worked out rather well. I was able to hop in and take advantage of this one this evening. I was on the computer for a little bit, so I was like, I might as well take it. And as you can see, we had right here, the statement came out. It was scheduled to come out at 10:30. The trade balance report, if you recall, yesterday on the show, said, trade balance is a heavy impact, but with the rate statement coming out, the real action is going to be at 10:30. And so you could have hopped in at 7:30, but you really would not have seen much come out of that. So like right here, there's a little bump up. But the big thing, obviously, the interest rate statement, that's going to be more important than anything. That does come out. They leave it flat. It wasn't the statement so much because the statement wasn't really a surprise. It was more what came in afterwards. And when that came out, let's see here, pull it up. What we can see is it moved down to a solid one deviation move. It didn't take it that long. I was going in first, I was targeting 0.5, then looking at 1, and I hit the 0.5, then it came down, and it took until overnight before it finally hit the 1 deviation. But you got that half and 0.7 and almost 1, like right off the bat. So perfect for helping pick strikes. I actually went in, I used the spreads. And on the spreads, I used the spread analyzer that we have available that you can check out. But it helped me quickly identify the spread. And let me see here, I'll pull it up for you, show you sort of how it works. But so right here, I was looking over here at the Aussie dollar, and I was trying to pick out the one. Now, right now, if we filter it, you probably won't see much because it's moved so far. But we'll see here. Okay, there are a few on there still. And basically what I was looking for was a low-risk spread. I knew when the announcement was coming out, and I expected it to have a big, fast move, okay? So I didn't really expect I didn't need a lot of time. I did move further over time, but I was like, hey, I think I could get at least half to, maybe a deviation in as little as 30 minutes. And, why was 30 minutes important to me? Well, it came out at 10:30. So I'm like, hey, I can go for an 11 o'clock expiration. I'm not putting up really anything for time premium. And I think my risk on the trade, let's see here if I have trades over here. They were pretty simple. All right, here we go. Right here. Okay, so here were the two contracts I was looking at and that I went in and sold. And it was the 1.0240 to 1.0440. Okay. So, and then the Aussie dollar last night, you can see, right here was at 1.0440 right before the announcement. All right, so I can go in and throw like a drawing on there. So right here was before the announcement. So really the perfect, time to do a straddle. Straddle's where the floor and the ceiling are at the same price. And so I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, I got a 1.0440. Then I got and it can make money all the way down to 1.0240. So I like that. Quite a bit of room to make money. And then on the upside, because you don't know where it's going to go, but on the upside, you got 1.0440 up to 1.0640. So I can make 200 pips up, 200 pips down. And then I go, okay, well, what was my risk on the trade? Well, I got in like right before the rate announcement. And I want to say my total risk on the trade was like $15, literally, per contract. So, because I bought it 7 ticks above, and I sold it, let's see here, I bought it 1.04, or sold it 1.0432, so it's 8 ticks below. And then I bought on the upside at 1.0447. So basically, yeah, so that put me at 15 ticks, $15 of risk per mini lot. Okay, so I'm trading the Aussie dollar spot, mini lot size in both directions. I can't lose more, all right, than $15 on the trade. And if it goes either direction more than 15 ticks, then I make money. Do I expect it to move more than 15 ticks whenever an interest rate announcement on that country's currency pair comes out? Yes. Okay, well, that seems like a good trade. And so like I said, I hop in on that one. And if we zoom in over here, we can see right there where it drops down, hits the half, hits the 0.7, oscillates for a little while, and takes a sweet little time. Even does a little bit of a tracement. Would have made you really nervous if you were staying in the entire time. Decided to pull on back to the 1, moves down to the 1.5 later in the day, and then retraces on back up. So it's always important to take those profits, have those profit goals. I was in and out of the trade in 20 minutes. And, pretty simple trade. Just went in there and it's like, all right, in. And then it started moving. And it shot up at first. And I'm like, come on, do something, But it didn't move very far up. It just, shot up. And so that was looking sort of good at first. And then all of a sudden it started moving down. I'm like, all right, looking better. And then it started hesitating right around here. And I was like, all right, let's just go ahead and take our profit. So we were in and out of the trade before it expired there. And within this bar right here. And but simple, easy trade, and made it very easy to find the correct spreads because I just went over here and I just looked for that low risk, high reward trade, and they're all over the place, so they're pretty simple to find. And here's a trade right here, that only has to move, like this one has to move 11 ticks, $5 risk. This one has to move 4 ticks, $13 risk. So, and at different times of day, you're going to find different ones available. But at this very moment on that trade, this one right here, so we're looking at what, a $20 risk trade, and we need basically 15 pips up or 15 pips down, 20 pips up, 20 pips down total. All right, it should be 15 up or down total, and we have a nice straddle right there. So now, would I do this straddle right here right now? No, I don't really expect a whole lot of additional movement from where the market's at right now on the Aussie dollar. I mean, it may, but I don't have a reason to expect it. I had a reason last night because the cash rate RBA rate statement was coming out. And so that gave me a good cause to go in and focus on that. That's why I like the news. When I'm trading with Nadex, I hate the news, by the way, if I'm not trading with Nadex. So I avoid it. I'm like, okay, time to go flat. Get out. Tighten stop, But if I'm trading it with Nadex, I like it because it really allows me to go in and take advantage of the news without having to be directional in the entire process. And, gives me just a huge, huge edge. Let's see here. Let's look at a few of the different markets and see what we got going on. And maybe we can even find some sort of potential setup. Let's check out the NASDAQ. And let's back it on down. All right, this is actually looking pretty interesting. We got the RSI right here making lower highs. The market is making higher highs. And that's setting up for a pretty nice potential short. So we're also busted through the 1 deviation, looking at the 1.5. And this could definitely make for a good short potential trade setup here. We'll let it give us a little bit of confirmation. But let me see what I can find right now. And we'll pull up our scanner and see if there's anything that just, does anything line up at the moment that would work for us. And if not, we'll also check out the binaries. And so we'll go over here. We'll look at the NASDAQ. We'll look at selling it. Obama's about to talk. Well, that would mean, yeah, that's a perfect short setup. That is the excellent, that's the way to go right there. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a short. That's called, also known as the Obama indicator, and it means sell, sell, sell. All right, what is our best one to take advantage of? Oh, this one looks sort of nice. Now, this is a short-term one, so I don't necessarily love that fact, but it's really, really low risk, which is just ridiculously low risk. Oh, there we go. That's even better. Okay, I like this one better because we actually can make more money, and we have about the same risk, and it really doesn't have to move that far. All right, so I'm going to check out the U.S. Tech March 2660 to 2760 daily expiration at 4:15. Hit the sell button on that one, okay? And basically, if it just moves a point, we make money, or we'll break even. Then after everything after that, we're making some cash. Throw some money in there. See how that one goes. So that's one possibility. So I'm going to throw that one on. Put an order in there. And just a short setup, And so now we're going to go in and let's check out some potential binary contracts we could also take advantage of. And see what is out there. Because I know some of you love the binaries and some of you love the spreads. So on the binaries, we'll go ahead and go over here. And we'll come back. We'll set profit targets and everything here in just a second. Let's get our trade set up. I got the U.S. Tech. We got the daily. And let's pull up. This actually has a lot to do with our profit target. You got to be very profit target centered when you do binaries. You don't have to be as profit target centered whenever you're doing spreads, okay? Because if it doesn't reach the point, you can still make money. But we'll get it. Stay right there. We're going to look at it when we come right back. Hopefully it's not too late there. But we're going to probably around 27, 29 is my guess. Be right back.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So we'll see how the Obama indicator works out today, but we do have that nice RSI divergence setting on up for us. And so we'll see if we get a nice little pullback. We're going to go ahead and take a profit at 27.32. So if you are looking at that, trading that over on your demo account on Nadex, then go ahead and check that out. I went ahead and placed the trades in there, but you may want to do that in the way that you set a take profit order. Okay, is right here. You just click on the contract on open positions, okay? And then click on that. And then just put in your quantity, make sure your quantity matches up, and then the price that you want to take profit at. So you'd move it down to 27, say 32. If you're going to take profit at that price, hit place order, and then it will take the profit. And then also looking at a setup on the binaries that you could take advantage of potentially. And looking at a target of 27.32 on that. So right here, you can get in that trade right now for about $88, 27.32. And so if you go in, you choose that, you hit place order. I'm already in it, so I'm not going to add another one on. And then you can set a take profit. What I want to do is I want to get out when it hits that price. When it does hit that price, I'm looking to hop on out when it hits the strike price, okay? So when it hits that strike price, what price can I get out at? Well, you can get out at, technically 50, but reality, you got to throw some bid-ask spread in there. So now you're looking at like 48 by 52. And then, well, what if it misses my price level by like a point or two? Okay? Well, I don't want to lose because I missed the level by a point or two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to, usually what I do is when I do sell orders, I look to buy them back when they hit the strike at 57. So I'm selling at, 88, buying back at 57. Okay. And that comes out to a pretty good risk reward, right? So if you're selling at, say $88 is a $12 risk. And if you do 88 minus 57, that's a $31 profit. So, over 300% return on investment, not too shabby. And then on the flip side, if I buy, let's say, $10 or $12 on something, I like to sell it out at 43. And this is your edge, by the way, in Nadex trades, is, not necessarily this binary or not this binary, but your edge in Nadex trades is the ability to close out early. And so many people put on the trade, they're like, oh my gosh, that's a $5 risk. I'm going to put, 100 contracts in and I'll make $9,500 if I'm right. Oh, yeah, and go to 7-Eleven and why don't you just put $100 into lottery tickets and you'll make $20 million if you're right. It's about probability. Where do I think it's going to hit? Do I have a reason for it hitting there besides, my hopes and dreams and desires, okay? And so you don't just want to go in and go, risk, oh, wow, that's low. Reward, wow, that's high. I'll do that one. Because you also got to think about probability, okay? What's the probability of it hitting a price? And a lot of people will leave it on and they'll wait till expiration, which, I understand if you have a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio going on, where you're risking 50 to make 50, so and that means like you're buying like an at-the-money strike. I can get holding to expiration on that. But what I don't get is when your probability is lower because it's further out holding to expiration. Because you're basically saying, I think it's going to finish above this price, and it has to move up, and it has to stay up. There's so much going against you in that process. It's just not a wise battle plan. So you want to get in, and you want to get out, okay? So just make sure that you take advantage of that edge in Nadex, which is getting in a price, and then set your take profit, and then chill out. Walk away or monitor if you need to. When I'm monitoring, usually it's a lot of times it's because I'm sort of riding. I have like my ideal take profit. Like I'll say, I want to go for a deviation. And like last night, I had 30 minutes on that Aussie dollar trade to, for it to go a deviation. And I put that in as my take profit. Like, I put it like 5 ticks above the deviation level. And I was doing the spreads, so I didn't have to worry about the whole 57.43 thing. And so that's 5 ticks above the deviation. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. It gets pretty close, but it starts pulling back and doing its thing. I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and take it off right now. So because it was like very close to my profit target. That's why I went in and edited. Other than that, I'm just going to basically put my profit on and be done. But and I knew I had 30 minutes to be correct on the trade. And I was already up quite a bit, so there's no reason just to throw the money away. But anyway, so want to throw that up there and give you just a couple ideas. And these are low risk trades. You can go in now. They do become high risk if you do like 100 contracts, okay? So or 1,000 contracts. So you don't just want to go in and go crazy on them. And they manage your risk in the sense of per contract it will never grow, and it's pretty small. But you have to manage your risk as in size of contracts you're willing to trade, and that becomes the next piece in risk management that you have to master now, is how much will you risk per day and per trade, and never pass your per day risk amount. All right, well, we'll be right back after this break, and we'll talk to you about how to get this set up if you don't already have it going.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the Nasdaq 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the markets, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And just going over a few more things with you. We're talking about the Nadex spreads, Nadex binaries, and sort of the advantages, disadvantages here. And so the spreads, the nice thing is, if it moves down 1 point, I'm break even. Every point it moves after that, I'm making $1 per contract. Okay. If it moves against me by a point, I'm losing $1 per contract. My risk is capped and is pretty small. Risk is about the same on both of them. Now, if it only moves, if it moves down to 27.32, I'm going to make about the same on either one of them. But let's say it moves down to 27.40, okay, and I never get filled on my binary, my spread is actually going to be profitable. So it's sort of interesting. Binaries can actually make more on a medium move, but on a small move, spreads will usually make more, lose less. If we're talking out of the money on a binary, and then they'll make more on a big move. So sort of, what is your target and what's going to be the net P&L. So we'll make about the same on both of them with our profit target. The difference is that the binary loses, the spread actually could still be profitable on the trade. And because the binary is more of you're going to have a lot of time value, and the spread is a lot more like trading the underlying instrument. So that sort of lays that piece out for us. And the next thing that we're looking for over here is, let's check out the deviation levels. And I don't know if you've looked at those before, but we go into quite a bit of detail on them. And we're doing all sorts of constant updates. Let me see if I can pull them up. And yeah, I got to do a refresh because we just uploaded a brand new version, and it is pretty cool. Let me see here. All right. So the new version, let's see if I can load this over here. Right here. All right. So we got the new version up here, and what it does for you is now you actually can highlight over the contract, and it'll show you the underlying symbol. So if you're a Nadex trader, then you can actually highlight over to say, like, ES0313 or ESH3. Of course, it depends upon the platform you're using. What is the name of the contract? Right now, the Nadex US 500 spread is following the CME E-mini S&P 500 March 2013 future contract. And so it does that for each one of them for you. Makes it really easy. And so Ninja and other platforms that have basically both formats built in now. And then we also have, the spot forex in here. And then, of course, what we're also doing now is we're breaking apart the index futures. So we got front and back month on the futures with the deviation levels built in. And they'll be a little bit different because different implied volatilities, different things like that affecting, different markets. So anyways, so it's all tied in there. And you can scroll down, you can see it all. But anyways, very, very helpful. And basically what it'll do for you is make it just really simple to find the contract month, what is it. And we're going to keep adding more and more to this. We'll have, before it's all done, we're going to have about 40 futures markets built in here. And we'll have the next step that we're working on right now. We're actually already starting to record the data. We've got to work on the formatting for putting everything in, but we'll have over 3,000 stocks and indexes as well, and ETFs and all that. So basically, if they're optionable and they're priced above $5, that's sort of the criteria that we're putting in there. And eventually, we'll have the ones below $5. It's just there's a lot of them below $5 that aren't really highly traded. So we're going to go with the optionable and above $5, and we'll put them in there and just make it better and better and better. So. But market's been doing pretty interesting this morning. So we got till, 4:15 on those trades to let them play themselves out. So we'll see if we get an end-of-day reversal. And but we got a decent little setup right there, right around the 1.5 deviation level. And now let's go ahead and check out what we got going on, what happened last night, what happened this morning, and how we can take advantage of that. So if I go over here and I'm looking at the pound, and on the pound dollar, we had that PMI number came in. It actually came in better than expected over on the pound. But besides that, there's just quite a few things that we want to be looking at as well. Let me pull it up. It'll take it just a second on this chart. But I'll pull up another one. Oh, there it goes. All right. So despite the better than expected PMI report, the PMI decided to go ahead and drag the entire pound dollar down with it. Now that number did come out at 430, and but as soon as it came out, it shot up, and then that was it, and it was done, and it dropped on down. It hit the half deviation 0.71, 1.5, and on down to 2 deviations. Literally just a solid 2 deviation, perfect 2 deviation move, and then it decided to notice how it hesitates. I think this is one of the most powerful things about these you can use. Like if you're a scalper, oh my gosh, I'm just talking futures or forex scalper. I mean, this is the ultimate scalping tool because look at how this just hesitates right here. Then it comes down, just hesitates. Comes down the next level, hesitates. Next level, hesitates. Next level, hesitates. Next level, hesitates. So, it's a perfect place to go in and just grab scalps over and over and over again on each one of these deviation levels. And again, it's not pivot levels, it's not standard deviations, it's not ATR, okay? This is, where does the market say the market's going to move based on implied volatility, and basically just put it in black and white for you. So that's our pound dollar right there. We let's see. We'll go ahead and go over to the euro dollar. On the euro dollar itself, pull that up, and we can see it moved up to a perfect 1 deviation move. Did a little pullback to 0.7, went on back to 1, and right now just hesitating right there at the 1 deviation again. So, but a perfect 1 deviation move on the euro dollar. We already looked at Aussie dollar. We'll check out the USD CAD. Not really anything major coming out on news on the USD CAD today. So, no major news, no major move. So got about a half deviation move. And we should basically expect about a half deviation move whenever it, basically when there's no news. And we'll go over, we'll check out the franc as well. Go ahead and check this out. And yeah, we'll update. I gotta update that one. So refreshing it, and then we'll go over and let's look at our E-minis. Okay, so pull the S&P up. All right, so the S&P right now sitting at a 1 deviation at this very moment. Okay, so definitely would use some caution. We'd be tightening stops if you are long. And then NASDAQ, we already saw just now. It's pushing right up there, actually pushing at the 1.5 mark. So, again, reason to, tighten stops and use caution on that one. And then going on over to the Dow. On the Dow, let's see, sitting up at 0.7. And let's see here. So it's working on the 1. It hasn't quite hit it. So, and it's also had some RSI divergence ever since that point. So we're seeing that right there as well. Go over here, let's look at our gold contracts. And let's see here, gold. Let's see, moved up to about 0.7, moved down to about 0.7. So that range is a 1.5 deviation on the up and down move side. But it's not a whole lot going on in the gold markets. We'll back on up. Let's check out something else. We'll go over and we'll look over at our silver markets right now. And silver moving up 0.7. Basically just doing a little over half deviation move, but notice it hits it, boom, falls back. So you always want to be using those deviations for your stops, and also you're looking at them for whenever you want to do reversals as well. And then we're going to go over and check out the corn markets. So corn, 1 deviation move, perfect. So perfect move on corn right there. Stops half, stops 0.7, comes down to 1, does a nice little bounce play, a little swing trade going on, hanging out at the -1 deviation. Hopping on over at the soybeans market. And just pull it up. I think. There we go. Let's see here. I guess we need a little more data on that one. Yeah, well, I'll pull that chart up on a different one. It looks like it's having issues. So that's the soybeans. We'll go back and let's check out our oil contract. And on oil right here, let's go ahead and unzoom. And let's see, what do we got this morning on oil? We basically have a move up to a half deviation. It sort of flirted with the 0.7, but didn't quite hit it. And literally just been hanging out at a half deviation, doing a whole lot of nothing but chop. This morning we had Bank of Japan coming out and doing some speeches. So let's check out the yen. And the governor, Shirakawa. I'm not quite sure how you say that. But hopefully I didn't do that too horribly wrong. But anyway, so the Bank of Japan governor comes out and he decides to have a little speech at 8 a.m. this morning. Let's see, did he say anything last night? Or no, they didn't really have anything last night. So, but the dollar gained against the yen pretty much all morning long, 0.5, 0.7, 1, and then bounced between 1 and 1.5. And so it seems like his speech had basically, well, I guess if he started talking at 8 o'clock, he basically stopped the continued demise of the yen against the dollar is about all he was able to accomplish, because it stopped moving at that point. And let's see here. Next one we got, what do we got going on? ISM non-manufacturing PMI. Let's check out the impact that report today had on the markets. And so we'll go over and look at that. That report came out this morning at 10 o'clock. And we can see right about here, 10 o'clock, really no impact. So nothing really happening from that report directly. Tonight we do have retail sales on Canada. So definitely a very cool thing there. You want to be using that, looking at that as a potential another Aussie dollar trade you can take advantage of. And we'll be posting these prices before that report comes out. They get posted around 7:15 each night. And then over here, so they get 7:30 Aussie dollar coming out tonight. Okay, retail sales, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then we got the IVPMI coming out on the USD CAD. Let's see, that's going to come out at 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10:30, you're going to have crude oil inventories. And then we'll have some employment and unemployment rate in Aussie dollar tomorrow night. So that'll be nice. That'll definitely be one to focus on and potentially take advantage of. So unemployment change and unemployment rate on the Aussie dollar. Definitely the one of the good trades to focus on in the evening. I love those quick, easy evening news trades. And let's line up and see what we're going on. Let's see here. On Thursday, we have a few other reports coming on out, so I'll leave those up so you can check them out right there at the deviation levels right there on Tiger TV. And but on Thursday, let's see, we're going to have the foreign currency reserves report come out. We have the EU Economic Summit starting, so that's great. They'll be saying all sorts of stuff. Who knows what's going to come out of that meeting? But a multi-annual financial framework, basically. It's going to be held in Brussels. And then we'll have the manufacturing production report coming on the pound on Thursday at 4:30. And French bond auctions are going to be coming out later this week, so those are tentative, but that's on Thursday. The exact time is not yet known. Then we're going to have the MPC and bank rate statement. There we go, on Thursday from British pound. And then 7:45, we'll have the bid rate on the euro. So that'll make a great euro-dollar trade, a great pound-dollar trade at 7, great euro-dollar trade at 7:45. Thursday's going to be a nice day. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of USD CAD reports. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USD CAD reports happening at the exact same time. And I bring these up about once every week or two. And I'm like, hey, 6 reports on the same cross pair of currencies equals strangle. So strangled it. But pretty cool one to do. And then ECB will also have a press conference at 8:30, adding further volatility to the dollar. So that should make for some fun trading on Thursday morning. Should not be boring at all with all the different interest rate statements coming out. And then we'll also be releasing preliminary non-farm productivity payroll and stuff like that, and unit labor cost and everything. But those are medium impact. It doesn't matter. USD CAD, a lot of reports coming out that'll move the currency. And then 6:50 p.m. on Thursday night, you're going to have current account on the yen. So that can be a little bit of a yen mover for you if you want to trade that. And then RBA monetary policy statement. Basically, they're going to come back and talk a little bit more about their policy statements out of the Aussie at 7:30 on Thursday. And people are sort of expecting that they will lower their interest rate next month. So be looking out for that. Be adding that one to your calendar. And it will be priced in, but that doesn't mean it won't move. It'll be priced in the market. It's still going to move the currency because it has to happen. Either way, it has to happen. So, because you got carry trade built into futures, and you got all sorts of things going on that's going to move it around. All right, so we got, and then China has like CPI numbers coming out Friday morning, sort of unpredictable, and the effect on that, because unless you're trading the actual Chinese currency there, I want to say it's the yuan, and let's see, Canada, let's see, then we got another one on Friday. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 USD Canadian reports coming out, or 5, sorry, because one of them comes out a little bit later. So 5 USD Canadian reports coming out right around 8:30 on Friday morning. So gonna have some cool USD Canadian trades, some good Aussie dollar trades, some good pound trades, some good euro trades. There's a lot of good trades lining up for this week. So make sure you're taking advantage of it and hop over, grab an account. We'll talk about how to get your account set up for free right after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And just looking at several things across the board. So let's go ahead and check out what we got. One of the things I was talking about is just to let you know, by the way, if you are using our deviations and you already have access and you're getting a message like this, okay? It's pretty simple. We did like I said, we did that major upgrade. So make sure that you go in and you just clear your browser's cookies, okay? And what that'll do is it'll refresh it, and then it'll look like this, okay? So just clear your browser's cookies, close and reopen. You'll be all set. But we did a major upgrade on it, and take advantage of that. You want to clear that out. And let's see here. Okay, so if you want to get an account set up, what you need to do is go to TFNN.com. And once you're on TFNN.com, then do two things. One, go to Nadex.com and click on Our Products. Get yourself a demo account real quick, okay? So Our Products, demo account, fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, email address. Click Apply for Demo. You'll immediately be able to, you'll get an email with a password. You'll be able to log in right away and start demo trading this stuff, like doing these strangles and stuff like that. And then also go ahead and click on Create Account. You can click on Start. And when you click on Start, then you go from Start to a funded live account with as little as $100. You can fund a live account. And there's no fees or anything like that, as far as no platform fees, no data fees, no broker fees. no ongoing fees. The only fees you have are your exchange fees, but they're limited to 90 cents a side, $9 an order max. So whether you do 10 contracts or 300 contracts, your max fee is $9. Okay, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, to take it to the next level, hop on over here so you can learn about how the binaries and spreads work, get access to the deviation levels, get access to the box spread analyzer. So all of that, just go ahead and click right there, and you'll get 2 weeks free trial access. You can check everything out, and we'll get you hooked up and going right away. And there's a big help desk section in there. You can take advantage of that. And there's tutorials on how to use the box spread scanner, how to use the deviation levels, and how to trade the binaries, how to trade the spreads. And I just look forward to helping you out and getting your feedback and helping you in any way that I can on that. Wrapping on up here, seeing what else do we have. That really wraps up our week. One thing I meant to mention yesterday, forgot to, is you probably know this, or maybe you don't, I don't know. But they stopped production of the Canadian penny. They decided that it was no longer needed. And we've now outinflated the penny. So, and Google, I don't know if they still have it up. Oh, they had it up yesterday. They took it down. It's pretty cool. I was going to show it. They actually had, it was all bronze and it had the gold penny right here on the google.ca for Canada. And they had the Canadian penny just like, flipping around right there as a commemorative thing to the Canadian penny. I'm sure we'll be following suit. It's sort of interesting as reading through what they're doing on the transactions is retailers are now being encouraged to go back and basically reprogram all of their registers, all their machines to round up or down to the nearest nickel. And however, electronic transactions can still be done in pennies. So it's not that the penny is gone. It's just that the physical penny is going away. And so, that's, for them. And then basically we've just inflated it so much that, you used to be able to buy candy for a penny, right? I wasn't around then, but my grandfather was. I remember candy for a nickel, but not for a penny. And but yeah, it's inflating away. So savings is not necessarily healthy all by itself, is it? But anyways, I hope you all have a great day and a safe day, and I hope you have a good trading day. And just make sure you get rest, relaxed, and be ready to trade tomorrow. And we'll see you right here, same time, same channel. Stay tuned. Right after this break, we have another great show coming right up for you. Bye.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.